up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jovan. Now, this is not your ordinary review here, nor is this sponsored. I'm going to be breaking down the Lectric XP 3.0, 10,000 plus miles on it, and whether or not I still recommend it after all these miles. All right, now you came to the right video because I have 10,000 plus miles on this Lectric XP 3.0, and I've only done it across a year and a half. Do the math on it, and it's a lot of miles a day. Now, many YouTubers like to do first impressions or a few hundred miles on this. You're going to get a full detailed explanation on why I still recommend this e-bike over anything else when it comes to cost, quality, maintenance, everything you can imagine. This is the best that money can buy on the market. Let's get into it. 1, 2, 10. One for each 1,000 miles. One word to describe this bike: fun, adventurous, freedom. There's no exact word that could describe this bike. How much fun, how much adventures you could go on, the sights you can see, all just on 2 wheels, a battery and a motor. All right, so I thought it would be a great way to review the Lectric 3.0 with 10 different categories that I feel were most important to the 10,500 miles that are currently sitting on the bike right now. And those 10 categories are going to be the first impression, customer service, the battery / depletion, folding, the speed, braking, suspension, hills going uphill and downhill, the lights, storage, anything accessories, and lastly, just an overall general review on what I felt could have been better, what I thought was great, and after all that, I'm going to be giving a final score out of 10 on what I believe this bike really is. First impressions on the bike. It's small, but for someone like me, this is amazing. I would say if you're anyone from 5 foot tall to 6 foot tall, this is perfect bike for you in terms of height and everything. Now, I love a good first impression. Nice firm handshake. This bike right here, it gave me that firm handshake, exactly what I wanted. Has the really, really nice tires. It's all blacked out. It's got electric, so when people are riding, they can clearly see the company and what you're riding. Everything about the bike is mainly just simple. A lot of the extra bikes, there's a lot of wires going on. There's just too much happening. This is what it means to just be a normal looking bike, somewhere you just want to have fun, cruise, and it also has a battery tucked in right to this inner part. You have your controllers and everything back here. You got one wire going to the motor. You got your other wires all harnessed to your 2 brakes, your on and offs, and your gear selectors. There's nothing more than simple as I could give this bike. And when people ask me, oh, how do you like this bike? I usually tell them this is like the Honda Civic of e-bikes. You know, a Honda Civic, taking good care of it, it's gonna last you 2, 3, 4, 500,000 miles, some even. This is exactly how this bike is. You take good care of it, you do its oil changes, you change its tires, you maintain everything. It's gonna last you, honestly, a lifetime right here. So overall, if I have to give a out of 10 rating for first impressions, I'm gonna give this category a very, very, very respectable 10 out of 10. Now, without hesitation, customer service, automatic 10 out of 10. I only had real minor issues with the bike. The inner controller right here died out at about 1,000 miles. I called them, I got spoken with a lady. She had me testing a couple connections, turning on and off the bike, the battery placement, and she came down to the conclusion, hey, it's your controller that died out. You're under warranty for the year. We're sending that straight out to you. Second thing, when the bike did come out of the box, it did have a flat tire on the rear. I called them up. They instantly said that might have been due to shipping issues, just because it gets shipped across country. So they instantly sent me 2 new tubes within a week span of that. They are the nicest people you can genuinely talk to. They will help you out 10 out of 10 times. They're very, very helpful, very respectable. They listen to you. They ask for maybe just photos or videos just to prove what is going wrong, just because of warranty issuing and stuff like that. But customer service, automatic 10 out of 10. So I just folded the bike off camera, and I'm going to be hitting the 2 categories of folding and the removable battery / depletion in kind of one go here. Now, folding, this is more just of a preference thing. I'm going to have to give this category a 9 out of 10. Now, the bike does fold up almost completely in half, and you could choose to have the bars completely fold down too. The only issue, again, this could be a little bit picky, is just really the handlebars. I wish that it was some sort of way that as it's folding, the handlebars kind of had a place to all go, so that it's just one big bundle, with the seat being kind of the highest point of the bike. But overall, I was able to fit this bike folded in the back of my Kia K5. So nevertheless, it's still very, very impressive. Now, the more important part is the battery. So the battery, over time, I have a little bit of rust on the locking mechanism, but overall, for 10,500 miles of this, this looks really, really great condition. The big thing that I tried doing, which I recommend to everyone, is do not take out the battery as much. I think this is truthfully my 4th time ever taking out the battery from its holding position, and I just do that because you don't want these little stickers to wear down. This one in the back already started to deteriorate. I'm not really too sure how. This one started to kind of thin out even just over time of use. But yeah, so overall, the removing of the battery, charging it if you need it indoors, stuff like that, that is perfect. And as far as the depletion side of everything, now 10,500 miles, a lot of people are wondering, oh, you must only get like half the battery. And I would have to instantly disagree with that. I would say I still get anywhere from 85 to 90% of its original battery. It's a very small, noticeable detail on when you start losing those bars of charge. So as far as the folding mechanism, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And as far as the actual battery component of everything and the power output, the range, how easy accessible it is, I'm going to give it a very, very, very instant 10 out of 10. The speed overall on the Lectric 3.0 is very comforting. Right around setting 3 to 5, you're going to be getting anywhere from 18 to 21 miles an hour. Setting 2 is going to be typically 15 to 18 miles an hour. And setting 1's more for just cruising right around the boardwalks or just on a sidewalk or something like that. So it all depends on the battery level of the bike, whether it's going to be higher in the range or lower on each setting. But overall, the speed is just about what Lectric's website says. 20. These haven't been changed in over 5,000 miles. 10 out of 10. I did want to brush up upon the suspension of the bike. Suspension, I wouldn't say is great, nor is it bad. The front shocks could be a little bit softer. Even on its lightest preload setting, it'll tend to be running a little bit stiff on you. But overall, I think the suspension is really good, especially with the fat 20-inch tires. It kind of takes a lot of those potholes, bumps, cracks, rocks. So I would say suspension, I would give about an 8 out of 10 on this list. In this next part, we're going to be focusing on the range of the bike. Now, this road that I'm about to be going on, we are at 0 feet of elevation, sea level. The top of this hill is 230 feet. We are currently sitting at just 5 to 6 bars of charge, and I'm going to pedal a little bit up this. We're going to see, we're at 16, 17 miles an hour. I expect we're going to be dropping a little bit soon. This hill is very, very, very big. Let's see. And 30 feet right here. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're at 13 miles an hour. I'm having to stand up a bit. And there you go. The Lectric can get up 230 feet just like that. No questions about it. You're definitely gonna have to pedal your way through it. You could probably get away with just holding throttle on it. But motor might be a little overworked on that one. But it could totally get you up a very, very steep hill. Probably just sitting on the throttle. You might be going only like 6 miles an hour, but hey, if need be, totally got it. So, range test, 9 out of 10. Now, one of the last topics is going to be the accessories, the lights, anything extra that I added onto the bike, just to make everyday riding a little bit more enjoyable. Now, Lectric sent the premium headlight. I believe it is really, really great at night. Only small detail is that the bolt right here on the bottom has to be very heavily tightened, as well as this one right here, so that it doesn't rotate while you're hitting bumps and stuff. Another thing is I got an additional light, as this one seems to be a little bit more on the lower end of the road aspect. So I would recommend having another light just to kind of shine some of the higher end while biking. Of course, a little plastic cup holder. The locking location of this I do like, but installing it was very, very, very difficult. But you just need small hands. Now, the biggest thing that has been an absolute lifesaver are these bags right here. All right, so final impressions on the bike. 10,500 miles, all sorts of terrain, every weather condition down to 10 degrees to 100 and something degrees. This bike has really seen it all. I kind of feel bad for it. But if you are in the market for anything, get this bike now. No other words. Between everything I discussed in this video, you're going to have the customer support to back you up. You're going to have a battery, a motor, wiring, everything that is very top-notch. It's all put together so well too, and you're going to enjoy every single minute on this bike. I genuinely mean it. Now, Lectric did just come out with the XP4. So the 3.0 is no longer available as far as brand new off their website. I'm sure if you go to Facebook Marketplace or other trading websites and apps, you could probably find one even for just a few hundred miles, just for, I don't know, 400 to 600, 700. And you, after this review, you will now know, is it worth it for me to get a bike that already has 2,000 miles on it and it's $500? Absolutely yes. I am already planning on, if this bike has any issues and the motor goes out, the battery gives out, that's what I'm personally going to be doing. Just because I don't think I could go to another e-bike ever again. Now, as far as the XP4, I will pull up all of the stats and everything from Lectric's website, but as far as what I can see, it's practically the same thing as the 3.0. It just looks a little bit more buffed out. It's got the back cage and everything, so it definitely looks a little bit more well built, and I'm sure it's probably even better than this, and this already blew my mind. So overall, this bike, I know I gave some things a 9, some things a 10, suspension an 8, but for the overall picture, the journeys that I've been on, I mean, every single second I spent on this bike, the millions of wheel turns that have been on this bike will respectfully get a 10 out of 10. I am not just trying to say that to hype the video up or glaze over the bike. This is a genuine 10 out of 10. Other reviews that I see on other companies' bikes, they have a lot of issues straight out of the box, or it's not running properly after 1,000 or 2 miles. And this thing really puts up through hell and back. Thank you guys for making it this far into the video. If you have, I'm going to be posting a lot more videos with this bike and my Happy Run G300 Pro dirt bike, and I'm going to be doing a lot more fun content with that for later videos to kind of just spice up the channel. I'm still new. It'd be great if you guys subscribed up to the channel, and hopefully I could do a lot more fun things and a lot more in-depth reviews so that you guys know, is it really worth me buying something as great as this? Peace out.